Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News at 11 starts now.
Detroit police need your help finding the person responsible for setting a gas station on fire. That story tops our news at 11. I'm Kimberly Gill.
I'm Devin Skillion. The fire happened around 3 this morning at the BP gas station at the intersection of East Jefferson and Shane. Victor Williams there live. And Victor, the DPD wants to get this suspect off the streets.
Yeah, that's right. And they're hoping that $500 as a reward can help people get information to them. But this place, it really went up quickly in flames. It's all boarded up right here in the front from where this man walked inside and then just set it on fire. Police want to hear from you if you know anything about this man seen walking into this BP gas station around 3:14 a.m. with a gas can, pouring some type of flammable substance everywhere and then setting the building on fire. Only one employee was inside at the time but was able to make it out just fine. We're told it happened following an argument. The subject of that altercation unclear at this point in time. It's not the best news for Darvon Parks, who's a frequent customer.
I like that gas station. Like, I go here a lot. I go here every day, so I know them very well. So I don't know, man. I hope they all right though. Everybody all right. Nobody got hurt. So
Absolutely.
And they'll be able to replace the materialistic things. So it'll be all right. But yeah, so no, gotta find me a new gas station.
Now, all of the pumps have been taken out for safety, so it's no telling how long this place is going to be just like this. But once again, $500 reward for anyone with information leading to an arrest. That number, 1-800-SPEAK-UP. Victor Williams, Local 4.
Yeah, all right, Victor.
Security changes coming to a Detroit charter school after shots are fired inside a classroom. Police say a bullet hit a whiteboard inside a classroom Tuesday at the Detroit Leadership Academy. Officers found a gun inside a student's backpack. A 14-year-old girl and a 15-year-old boy remain in custody tonight. In the meantime, the school sent us the following statement about beefing up security measures. It reads in part, quote, "In response to this incident, the school has implemented enhanced safety measures to further protect students and staff effective immediately. DLAHS has instituted mandatory security searches for all students upon entering the school building. The school and its leadership are 100% committed to providing a secure and conducive learning environment," end quote.
Now, a Local 4 News update. Charges are filed against the driver in a deadly crash that killed an innocent man earlier this week. 20-year-old Amir Napper faces several charges, including reckless driving causing death. The crash happened Monday night on the southbound side of the Southfield Freeway. This is near Schoolcraft in Detroit. Investigators say Napper was on the run from troopers when his car went airborne and he crashed into another driver. That crash killed a 59-year-old man. Bond for Napper is set at $50,000.
We're still learning more about the suspect in the murder of Samantha Wool, a local Jewish leader. On Wednesday, police charged 28-year-old Michael Jackson Bolanos with felony murder and other charges. Investigators say the murder happened during a home invasion. There's no indication they knew each other and no indication this could be a hate crime. The suspect remains behind bars. His attorney tells Local 4 he suspects police may have the wrong person. If convicted, Jackson Bolano faces life in prison.
Attorney General Dana Nessel has a reminder for holiday shoppers about crooks that spoof websites. Most of us know by now that spoofing means they basically fake a website that looks like a legitimate retailer, but they are designed to trap you into spending money or sending personal information. Nessel warns us to examine the URL or social media very carefully. Look for misspellings, poor grammar, or social media accounts that were just started very recently. All of those bad signs. If you are looking for a site, do your own search. Don't click on links that come to you via text or email from strangers. Finally, Nessel says you can also use Google's safe browsing tool to figure out if a site is real or fake.
Top Michigan Republicans took the stand today in the preliminary exam for the so-called fake electors. 15 people are charged in an alleged plot to certify the election results in Michigan in favor of Donald Trump in 2020. The defendants have been accused of submitting false certificates confirming they were legitimate electors. The top charges carry a maximum penalty of 14 years in prison. Each defendant has pleaded not guilty to those felony charges.
The Russian President Vladimir Putin says he is open to a prisoner swap with the U.S. We've been following, of course, the plight of Novi native Paul Whelan for 5 years now, since he was first arrested in Russia. Since then, Wall Street Journal journalist Evan Gershkovich was taken into custody. That was back in March. And he's now, we understand, going to be held until at least January 30th. But the U.S. says both are being wrongfully detained. Well, during his annual end-of-year news conference today, Putin offered his take on their possible release. He said, quote, "We're not refusing to return them, and that Washington must hear us and make an offer that satisfies Russia." Putin says Russia is talking to the U.S. about the situation, though he did not get specific here at all. And, of course, Russia did recently reject a deal in the works from the U.S. to try to bring both men home.
Today, Governor Gretchen Whitmer announced Michigan families will receive working families tax credit checks ahead of schedule beginning February 13th of 2024.
Half of the children in the state of Michigan are living in poverty because they are living in a family that can't make ends meet even though folks are working. This tax credit will benefit 750,000 households in the state of Michigan.
An average of $550 will be mailed to households as part of $1 billion in tax cuts that Governor Whitmer signed into law earlier this year. Well, it's a holiday display everybody can take part in.
A tree in Allen Park where you can take an ornament and leave one. Jacqueline Francis caught up with the man behind the ornament exchange and shares his story. Jacqueline.
There's something about holiday lights that draw people in and get everyone in the Christmas spirit. And one grandfather here in Allen Park, well, he's trying something new this year. Take a look. It's that time of year when every neighborhood sparkles.
Oh, it's time of goodwill.
Streets dressed in holiday style. But it's an unassuming little tree along Goddard Road in Allen Park.
I thought that would be a good way to spread some holiday cheer.
That captured that feeling of Christmas.
I figured, well, I've seen book exchanges. You know, they have these book exchanges. I said, well, why not an ornament exchange?
You take one and leave one. At 83 years old, Ed Wickenheiser decided to do things differently after losing his wife of 60 years.
She's passed away a year and a half ago. So I'm dispersing some of the things that we had together.
He says decorating was her thing.
Oh, I think she'd love it. I think she would.
He hopes others find joy in it too.
See what people will do. See if they'll take all the ornaments and leave nothing, or bring more, or what, just to see what was going to happen.
And who knows, it could become his new holiday tradition.
Just an experiment. As long as they don't take the tree, everything will be fine.
Ed's granddaughter tipped us off to this story through our Click on Detroit help desk, so we are listening and we'd love to share your stories. You can find the help desk on clickondetroit.com, as well as Ed's story with information about where you can find that ornament exchange tree. Reporting live in Allen Park, Jacqueline Francis, Local 4.
I love it.
Yeah, really great story,
Isn't
Jacqueline.
it terrific? Yeah, good stuff.